Before maps, before boundaries, before title deeds, communities already knew this land. Across the drylands of northern Kenya, pastoral communities moved through seasons, memory, and survival. The land was never empty. It carried grazing routes, shared wells, ceremonial paths, stories, and systems of governance passed from one generation to another. For communities like the Gabra, land was never simply property. It was movement. It was identity. It was life.
Giduri no ada gaf sekali injirre adan tenini marraf bisalle namirrega qabani adan tisani ada so wal rafudani dikane tuguddata inum bekhani akum masomo khan nam wal rafuda amma yegi ada serkali khuloni gaddu felapti adani ta serkala gaddufti ada ta wotinanne ada serkala duba lafumtan tanuduri talanne numman adan tisintani lafti ta serkalati serkala sikenna وسركالي سينكنو لفتي دوبا تهدينيتي.
For generations, pastoralism depended on mobility. Communities moved carefully across the landscape following rain, pasture, and water. Movement itself became governance. Elders mediated access to wells and grazing lands. Migration routes connected people, livestock, rituals, and memory across vast territories. Across the Gabra landscape, movement was not disorder, it was structure. The Gabraya system carried governance through movement. Mobile ritual settlements moved across the landscape according to seasons, ceremonies, and responsibilities. Watering points, sacred routes, and ritual journeys connected people, livestock, and land together. The landscape itself became part of governance. But over time, pastoral lands across Kenya became increasingly marginalized. During the colonial period, many pastoral territories were classified as trust lands, controlled administratively by the state, but rarely recognized fully as belonging to the communities who had lived there for generations.
And ya namille laftille wanni cuf aada guddeemti amma waa kanaaf armite nu aada guddeem aadaan sun tama haakuu tama booboo ka guyyaa keessan bayan akka marra tama namni dhalatee haakuun dan dhibbaale gubbaa jiru sunum gulli yaa'ii deeme aadaan sun guddeem bidduu tokko bobeeffate tokkochuun sun minii dhibbi lamaaf sadii sunuu fudhate dhibballe artuma qaba. Waan cufaartu maqab khada waaqalli artu maqab hawaman dhim dhiboo maatu yaadi qam hawaan dhibaatu tin dhufanii ni baasu yaa aadaan isa akkas khada cha waaqa jalla qab khana fi wani fisa wumtok yake laftinu aadaati tolfanu iyat turbi lafaada yaa sheer lafaadaat lagee buroo cufini lafaadaat odolini urburotak galbooni wule urburooti wule elletini واسم مدافع أتخيس وام مدافع كفلا نجرا جد دبس ميل بناني لفعادات أيه مقادوني لفعادات هاداني اللكب لفتي أما في الناك دوري نبين لكب تأكل بيه قدام أما خرانو دوري كم هنو عادان لكب أبو وماتونو لكب خراسو تشوفهم بدوبة من كيسا جارة.
Large parts of northern Kenya were viewed as empty, idle, or unproductive. Yet these same landscapes sustained mobility, drought adaptation, coexistence, and indigenous systems of governance that had existed long before modern state boundaries. For decades, many pastoral communities remained without formal recognition of their communal territories. And without legal recognition, communities became increasingly vulnerable.
Lafti sun teenna. Lafteen maanti irraa nu kaasuu danda'a jennu. Hin danda'an. Kan cirat kana karaan ka gadi dhufu kana akkanaan danda'e nu dhiiba. Yoo akkasii nuufurra dhiibuu hin dandeenyu karaa dhiibnuun hin beennu waan kan nunum garra yoo ammoo fakkaataan akka keennaa dhufee nu dhiibe inni nurra hiise nu akka naaboteennaatti akka yaa dibbe shananitti nu ifeen jaalanna guddoo.
In 2010, Kenya adopted a new constitution. For the first time, community land rights received constitutional recognition. The Community Land Act of 2016 later created a legal pathway for communities to collectively register and protect their land. Communities could now elect community land management committees, develop bylaws, prepare community registers, and participate directly in the governance of their territories. The law was not giving communities land. It was recognizing land they already belonged to historically.
Kennaan amma lafaayyuu fula aadaallee sirkaalee karaa baasee beteroole to'ata. Kwanja, iskuula, jeeshii, forestii, geemu lafti wanni kun cuftinuyyuu duuba lafa nurra xiqqeessiti. Sodaa tanaafuyyuu lafa duuba rejestuu malan jenne aadaan keenyaallee yakku baalte. Rejessa laftanaaf duuba of kurfeessine ganne dugul yaane arramma torboonni gad dhufneef dheedii torbi jal jiru. Kalafti sun aadateen keessatti ceekoyaa oddoola jal jirti. Ceekoyaa galboo jal jirti. Kan warri kun cufarmi jiru koomittii midhaasanii akka aadaa sirkaalaan leeffeetu sirkaalii koomittii beeka. Jaarsa aadaati koomittiin tunin waliin teettee lafta namni itti baasa koomittii itti baasanii lafta rejessinaa irraa nu jira. Lafa ammoo wanni tisaniin aadaa. Aadaan laf malee hin taatu. Laftilleen aadaa malee hin taatu. Lafta yoo nu aadaa tochinu waaqatti afaan nu dhagaa. Lafatti afaan nu dhagaa. Rooba kadhan. Jiruu jireenyi kennaayyuu lafaaf aadaa waltajji. Tanaaf laftana rejistiitii tanamma sodaa wayii qaba. Laf tokko jeeshii kennanii lafa dheedu tokko kennan. Geemu lafa dheedu tokko fudhate. Laamiin lafa dheedu tokko fudhate. Ammoonni laftaan marse waan namni duubitti fidam kan. Finnallee namni dhoowwani ammoo akkasiin aadaa kee jirtu aadaa tan lamaani yoo waltumataa dhaabattu kanamiisi malee wantochini tanaafi rejesta kan tocha.
But even as legal recognition advances, pastoral landscapes continue to face growing pressure. Across northern Kenya, large-scale developments, commercial interests, and restricted access to land continue to reshape indigenous territories. In some places, migration routes have narrowed, access to grazing areas has changed, and traditional systems of mobility increasingly face uncertainty. Development remains important, but development without indigenous participation, without protection of community land rights, and without understanding pastoral systems, creates new vulnerabilities. When movement is disrupted, pastoral systems weaken, culture weakens, and drought resilience weakens.
Kuwakaribisha kwa hii Turbi Ward, hasa kwa hii mkutano ya zoezi la uchaguzi wanakamati ya watakao simamia ardhi ya jamii. Ya pili nataka pia kuwashukuru County Government of Marsabit, led by our Chief Officer Land, our National Government, led by our Land Registrar, and also all our partners who have stood with us during the community land registration, and they are still supporting us also for the establishment of the Community Land Management Committee. Tunasema asanteni sana.
Against this historical background, the gathering in Turbi becomes more than an ordinary meeting. On 14th May 2026, community members from across Turbi Ward gathered to officially elect and confirm the Community Land Management Committee as part of the ongoing community land registration process. More than 300 community members, including elders, women, youth, Indigenous governance institutions, government officials, and local partners, participated in the process.
Mwaka wa 2016 bunge ilipitisha ile sheria inaitwa Community Land Registration Act, ambayo inapatiana mwongozo wa registration of community land. Mwaka wa 2017 bunge pia ilipitisha ile tunaita Community Land Regulations, ambayo inatupatia mwongozo ama step by step ya vile tutafanya hii kazi ya community land registration. Mwaka wa 2023 County Government of Marsabit ilituma ile tunaita inventory kwa waziri wa ardhi ambaye ni CS Land National Government, akaweka kwa Kenya, ndio aweze kuweka kwa Kenya Gazette. Tarehe 3 mwezi wa Julai 2024 waziri alitangaza kwa Kenya Gazette hii kazi ambayo tumeanzisha ya usajili wa ardhi ya jamii. Nayo mwaka huu tarehe 13 mwezi wa 3 nilitangaza kuwa tutakuwa na mkutano hapa kwa nia ya kuchagua kamati simamizi ya ardhi ya jamii. Kwa hivyo tukiwa hapa tumefuata sheria yote ambayo tunafaa kufuata.
The meeting marked an important step toward formal recognition of community land governance, while also strengthening representation, inclusivity, and future protection of pastoral landscapes and indigenous systems. Importantly, the committee structure also recognized indigenous Gabra governance institutions such as Ya Odola and Ya Galbo. The continued role of traditional governance systems within contemporary community land governance processes.
Ulikubaliana ya kwamba hawa ndio komiti itawasimamia kwa Turbi Community Management Committee.
Unanishana kuchukua waliga sana kwa hata. Waliga. Anasema wamekubali. Sawa. Asante sana.
Then we started this process with Kibulini Trust in 2019. It has been a difficult time to tell the community what the land is, why it should be registered, because they knew the land would belong to them. But later on, we were told that the land must have a title deed, and those lands that do not have title deeds have been squandered or been grabbed by different levels of those who are taking care of the land, especially the county council, the colonial government, and even the national government within doing their own things. It is unfortunate that for nomadic land have been trusted as no man's land for so long. We are born and brought up here. Our forefathers, our grandfathers, great-grandfathers, all of them were born here. And it's unfortunate that we didn't have one document to claim the ownership of this land. And we are now fortunate a generation that the government, through the Constitution of 2010 and the Community Land Act of 2016, have recognized our ownership and created modalities to make this possible for us.
Marda sakal jarsore ardati boke kubat no wala register hana anin komiti lafatana aktereshra kejer wankana gafin wasini diat fago guliani warihe ninka gabra aklafti register muhimu impeo tabene laftena impeo wankan chof gudo bersifne amorilen ojawan chofan lebe hubat wan to kolam wan lafti to muhimu register nuf nani duna mantani be hugura ukaba nugaf kara lafta register asine nam register kara fasti map laftena chor aye minute or woni msochi wan karibu shaniti wan kan dokumenta waltu gore official of gefan registration ni ta'en cuf tolfanne akka ardi isiyolloo housii geesse. Baada nu achiin baasen registration ni ta'en successfully woman wonu dhibane successfully akka dessa lafaanin baane yaani certificate in arganne ammoo processing kennen akka malee nu fagaati. Wanni zaidi muhimu hanjechu fedhu wanni la fedhanuu juqar lafti akka sadii jirti. Land public land jira, community land jira, individual land jira. Individual land bolot namati, public land laf serkalati, community land laf community misima. Anini warar komiti CLMC Turbi Ward tagwani no kuto galata community tena debifna upasi kala debifna ha warra ada santuri regelle kuto galate fanna wanne no galate fanna wan kara community ni laftana agjaba agutta jabeste armangete Finni duri kanu beenu jaarsatti abba errega khalafati hawan cufati duba da Kenya saisini nafas uwaf kaimaf namna faballati kennite guddo maachine guddo ragamanne amale community senna galati gudda debifna kawarri uraalle na jiraatuti ayu adallen jiraatuti ammo fasite emballo nami fula jira Faraga walintani arda burgabo arda torbi ashura pademo abubisa ya tani khayai lachuke jirka dola tifkaya dal boleni itti wal dagani ada kan kara yokhani pura silar dankani kara consensus yokhan kara wali rafun jedani wali mufade budodasa Allen galante bisa marro ani akjisi ke taif galato maida hajar wanam shadi aktu dadi chakutani.
For many communities, this process is not only administrative. It is about securing memory, governance, and future generations. Community land is not only about territory. It is about protecting the relationship between people, movement, culture, and landscape.